ReURCHIN, From Foe to Friend, is a project about transforming a devastating marine problem into a partner of regeneration. It weaves together sea urchin waste, kelp forest restoration, and new material systems to explore what the future of ecological design can be. Tasmania's oceans are undergoing rapid change. As eastern Australian currents warm, marine species are shifting south. The long-spined sea urchin, a species currently migrating down the east coast of Tasmania, is far more aggressive than the native short-spined species. These urchins graze heavily on kelp, stripping the seabed completely, creating large urchin barrens, places where thriving kelp forests once existed. The loss of kelp is devastating. Kelp forests shelter marine species, protect coastlines from erosion, and improve water quality by absorbing nitrogen and carbon dioxide. Today, over 95% of Tasmania's giant kelp forests are gone, and without intervention, they are unlikely to return. While sea urchins are ecologically destructive, they are economically valuable. Tasmania exports uni to Japan, and this industry is growing. Yet almost 90% of each harvested urchin becomes waste, mainly its shells and guts. These materials currently have no meaningful relationship to the restoration of the ecosystems that urchins disrupt. But they could. Sea urchin shells are rich in calcium carbonate, the same key ingredient found in lime, while urchin guts contain amino acids known to repel live sea urchins. These characteristics open the door for materials that support kelp growth while helping manage pressures of urchin destruction, a true closed-loop system. As designers, we are increasingly asked not only to reduce harm, but to regenerate and repair. Kelp and sea urchins naturally exist in a cycle of consumption and renewal, but with warming waters and ecological imbalance, this cycle has collapsed. Predation now overwhelms regeneration. This is where ReURCHIN emerges. Our project supports large-scale kelp rehabilitation through a process of reviving living underwater forests that strengthen biodiversity, sequester nitrogen, and buffer coastlines. It aligns with the work of the Sea Forest Foundation and IMAS, who are leading Southern Hemisphere's first forest-scale kelp restoration project. We frame our contribution through 3 stages. Stage 1, efficiency in planting. Current restoration is slow and labour-intensive. Divers tie kelp sporelings to the existing kelp roots using nylon string, which introduces plastics into the ecosystem and limits scale. After visiting Sea Forest and understanding their process, we asked, how can design help make kelp planting faster, safer, and more effective? Our response is to develop forms that anchor easily to rocky seabeds, hold young kelp securely, and reduce the need for cutting adult kelp. The more efficiently we can plant, the more we can restore. In creating a fully regenerative product means less synthetic material entering the ocean. Stage 2, embedding regeneration. Tasmania produces over 500 tonnes of sea urchin shell waste every year, which is around the weight of 250 cars. Instead of sending this to landfill, we can transform it into a regenerative material. By crushing the shells into powder and combining them with sodium alginate from kelp, plus regional additives like bentonite clay and hemp fibres, we create a biodegradable biocomposite that acts as both structure and nutrient. Using 3D printing, we form this material into small modular buttons, each inoculated with kelp sporelings and grown under controlled light for 30 days. Divers then attach these buttons to the seafloor using a natural alginate-based adhesive. Over 18 to 24 months, the buttons support kelp growth, provide minerals, buffer local pH, and then naturally biodegrade, returning to the ocean's ecosystem. This is the core idea of ReURCHIN. The predator becomes the substrate, waste becomes restoration. Stage 3, informed speculation. Looking ahead, we explore how regenerative materials might reshape our relationship with marine ecologies. Digital modelling allows us to imagine living reefs, kelp corridors, and dissolving marine infrastructures. We also examine biotechnological futures. Could we embed natural urchin-deterring compounds into kelp DNA using CRISPR-inspired ideas? Or could amino acids from urchin guts be encapsulated within the substrate to single zones that repel sea urchins from eating their holdfasts? These speculations expand architecture beyond buildings, into ecology, chemistry, and ocean systems, not only providing new future applications, but opportunity for an expanded market of jobs and community engagement. ReURCHIN aims to not only help make kelp restoration more efficient, but to embed regeneration into every stage of design. It proposes a future where material dissolves back into ecosystems, where waste becomes a resource, and where Tasmanian's kelp forests can return stronger than before. Along with this is an immense social economy, providing more opportunities for divers and greater social and cultural engagement across Tasmanian communities. From foe to friend, this project transforms destruction into the foundation for renewal and imagines what a resilient, restored coastline could look like for Tasmania's future.